Lights up on the office of Mr. Douglas, head of Sunset Studios. It is a lavish, nicely decorated setting, with a large table and four chairs set up across from a rather big desk and a chair. As the lights fade up, four men are seated at the table, all looking around in curiosity and excitement. This is writer A, B, C, and D. After several moments, writer A breaks the silence.
Gosh, I wonder what this is all about. Why Mr. Douglas called us in here.
I don't know. All I heard on the phone when I got the call is that he needed to speak to us urgently about something.
Oh, I got a similar call.
Yeah, same here. Say, maybe he has some kind of job for the four of us. How great would that be?
Shh, here he comes.
A door is heard opening, and in breezes Mr. Douglas. He is dressed impeccably in a suit and tie, but he has a rather intense look to him as he strides on. Think Jack Nicholson mixed with Ray Liotta mixed with Gary Busey. He gets to his seat and sits down quietly at the chair positioned there. He stares a hole through the four writers seated before him, who lean forward in anticipation. Silence. A very long, very awkward silence. The four writers all look at one another in confusion. Mr. Douglas continues to stare a hole at them. Finally, writer C speaks.
Uh, Mr. Douglas, good afternoon, sir. Uh, Mr. Douglas, sir.
Sir, is everything okay?
What in the ever-loving hell are you four staring at? Huh?
Sir?
I, I'm sitting here waiting for something to start, and you four chumps are just staring at me. What's the problem, huh? Is there a reason why you're staring at me? Do I look funny to you? Huh? Huh? Give me answers, huh? And quickly!
Well, sir, you called us all in because you said that you wanted to have a meeting with us.
Oh, yes, I did say that, didn't I? Well, folks, I brought you all in here because of all the writers I have working at Sunset Studios. The four of you are the absolute best of the bunch.
Gee, thanks, Mr. Douglas.
Oh, shucks, you're so kind, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, I'm not going to beat around the bush. Sunset Studios, while we're doing fairly well this year, is in need of another hit. Our last few movies have underperformed, so we need something to get us going in an upward direction. Now, I trust you four have been working on some scripts over the past several months.
Yeah.
Well, good. Then let's start this pitch meeting and get something greenlit. You ideas, go.
Mr. Douglas has pointed at writer A. Writer A slowly nods and begins to speak.
I will. Thank you, sir. Well, sir, I've noticed a trend in movies in the last few years that I think will benefit the studio greatly. Now, I've been seeing a large influx of animated movies that appeal to both kids and adults. Movies made for kids, but with enough adult jokes to keep parents entertained. So, I firmly believe that if we did an animated movie, uh,
Mr. Douglas has since held up his hand as if asking for silence.
yes, sir. Did you want to say something?
Who the hell do you think you are?
Uh, sir?
Are you smirking at me? You smirking this whole time? We need a hit on our hands. We have a situation that could possibly lead to this studio being in financial difficulty. And you are smirking at me?
What? No, sir, I wasn't.
Let me tell you something, buddy boy.
Writer A is terrified. From his point of view, Mr. Douglas is barking orders at him like a madman.
Now you wipe that smirk off before I eat your face. Do you hear me?
No.
Writer A nods his head vigorously and sinks down into his chair, fully terrified.
Okay, good. I'm glad we have an understanding.
I think I just crapped my pants.
You.
Mr. Douglas points to Writer B, who is now quite nervous.
You're next. Go.
Go?
Yes, go.
Go?
Yes, go.
I,
Am I speaking another language here?
I,
Instead of gawking at me, speak, you fool, speak. Use your words.
yes, sir. Well, it just so happens that I have a finished script to show you.
Writer B slowly produces a script and hands it over to Mr. Douglas.
Now, I've written a horror movie. You see, Mr. Douglas, horror movies can be made cheaply and have the potential to make a lot of profit for the studio.
That's true, very true. Perhaps a horror movie could give the studio an adrenaline shot. Let's see here. Uh-huh.
Does he like it? Yeah, I don't know, but for your sake, I hope he does.
Suddenly, something in the script catches the attention of Mr. Douglas. He slowly looks up at Writer B.
Wait a moment. Wait just a moment here.
Uh-oh.
It was nice knowing you.
Is this some kind of sick joke? What? Are you some kind of a wise ass or something?
What do you mean, sir?
This script. What's it called? What did you name it? Attack of the Killer Ophthalmologist?
Yeah. What about it?
You have the nerve to sit there with a straight face and ask me, what about it? This is a thinly veiled attack on me, isn't it? That ophthalmologist is meant to represent me. Isn't it? How dare you? How dare you? Should rip out each page of the script and make you eat them, you goon, you You'd better hear an explanation. You'd better give me one good reason not to drop kick you out the window.
Sir, if I could just explain.
Make it fast.
Oh, well, Mr. Douglas, sir, it couldn't possibly be a reference to you because, well, you're the head of a movie studio. An ophthalmologist is an eye doctor. Those are two very, very different types of jobs.
Huh. You know, when you put it that way, yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Well, then.
Writer B slumps down in his chair as Writer A fans him with a folder. Meanwhile, Mr. Douglas points to Writer C.
You're next. Go!
Ha ha. I guess that means you.
Writer C frantically points to Writer D.
What? No, he pointed to you. No. He clearly pointed to you. He didn't. He did.
What is the holdup here?
He pointed at you, and you know it. No, I'm not about to go next. I'll wait till he's calm. That could take forever. Believe me, I can wait.
One of you had better start pitching something, or I'll rip out your nervous systems and jump around.
Ha.
You have something you'd like to share?
Writer C doesn't answer. Mr. Douglas literally climbs over his desk and roars right into Writer C's face.
Well,
Writer C faints to the floor with a thud. Mr. Douglas, undaunted, turns to Writer D.
well then. I guess while we wait for recovery, it's your turn.
No.
Yeah. Come on, give me a pitch that'll knock my socks off. Do it now.
A petrified Writer D quakes in fear as Mr. Douglas grabs him by the lapels and pulls him to their face to face.
Don't just stare at me with goofball eyes. Speak!
No, I can't take this anymore. Leave me alone.
Writer D sinks into his chair and begins to rock back and forth, sucking on his thumb as he does. Writer C, meanwhile, begins to get up.
Ow. What happened?
You fainted. But since you happen to be up now, it's your turn to pitch a movie idea to me.
Writer C promptly faints again. Writers A and B nervously gulp as Mr. Douglas angrily storms back over to his chair and sits down.
Oh, is this so damn difficult? All I want is one idea for a movie. Don't you four have any brains? What are you for, huh?
Sir, please calm down. Yes, please, sir. We're trying our best. Batman, make loud noise. Make Batman stop, please.
I see. So this entire meeting has been a waste of my time. So you four are just gonna jerk me around. I am a very busy man. The last thing I need is four imbeciles like you wasting precious time I could be using to help this studio. Let me tell you all something. I did not inherit this studio from my father and his father before him to have it sink because of some moronic fools like you as writers. I will burn this entire studio to ashes before I let it close due to financial ruin. Hear me? Cheers!
Sir, enough of this. Enough!
Excuse me.
Oh, God.
It was nice knowing you.
Scary noises make me afraid. No more scary noises.
Mr. Douglas, with all due respect, we've been trying to get this meeting started, been trying to pitch you ideas, but you've been acting crazed, acting like a lunatic. I know you don't want this studio to close down. None of us do. But please, you have to give us a break. We're just 4 writers. We can only do so much. Please, sir, please, control your temper and let's just calmly try and have a pitch meeting. Okay?
Mr. Douglas is stone silent. Slowly, he gets up from his chair and begins to approach, almost stalk, Ryder A. Ryder A, realizing what he has just done, what he has just said, turns a pale white.
Oh, oh no. Oh, God help me. God, God and baby Jesus help me. Why did I say that?
Oh, I can't watch.
Hello, 911. I'd like to report a murder that's going to happen in about 10 seconds.
Mama!
Mr. Douglas grabs Ryder A by the lapels and gets right into their face. Then, suddenly, he calms down.
Say that again.
Say what again?
That middle part. Something about we're just 4.
Writers?
Sir?
Just riders. Just 4 riders.
Mr. Douglas?
Just 4 riders. A Western! Yes, yes, that's perfect. Animated movies and horror films are a dime a dozen. But what's an untapped genre market? Westerns! I can see it now. Sunset Studios presents Just 4 Riders, the story of 4 nameless heroes who journey to different towns out west, righting wrongs, protecting the innocent, punishing the guilty. We'll get Clint Eastwood to direct. We'll get Sam Elliott to play the old grizzled rider. Yes, it's perfect. I like it. I like it.
Wait a second. Sir, I didn't say 4 riders. I said
Da 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 da. Ixnay, ixnay. It's like wartime. Don't ask questions, just smile and nod.
Excellent. The 4 of you can work on this together. Thank you very much for this. What a productive meeting. I'll make sure you all get a nice bonus in your checks this week for it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No. Thank you. Okay, you can all go now. Have yourselves a great rest of the day.
The 4 riders, in a daze, all begin to head out. Ryder C helps Ryder D as he walks. Thanks, I think.
Yeah, we'll get started as soon as we recover from this meeting.
Note to self. Call my therapist to schedule extra sessions.
We go now? No more bad, loud, yelly man?
No more bad, loud, yelly man.
Bye-bye now. Thanks for coming by.
The writers are now all gone. Mr. Douglas sighs and shrugs.
Goodness, I wonder what had them all out of sorts. I know pitch meetings can be stressful, but they can't be so terrible as that, couldn't they? I wasn't that unreasonable, was I? Hello, Melvin Douglas speaking. Selling magazine subscriptions, huh? Magazine subscriptions? Magazine subscriptions? Look here, you festering pile of shit! You're wasting my time! Where do you get the nerve calling me, wasting my valuable time with nonsense like this? I'm going to track you down, whoever you are, and when I find you, I will slap you so hard in the face that even your name will hurt. You understand me? Don't ever call this number again.
Mr. Douglas slams the phone down. Moments later, the switch turns off, and, calmly, he dials an extension.
Shirley, hold my calls, please. I'm going to order some lunch. Would you like anything? No? Okie dokie then.
Mr. Douglas hangs up calmly, then begins to whistle the theme of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly to himself as the lights fade to black.